Hey, everybody, it's me, Jonathan Millard, the voice of the Vale, and welcome to another Big Hype podcast. And a very, very special guest joining us today. Please give a big warm welcome to the international superstar, Martin Hillman. Martin, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thanks, John. How you doing?
Not too bad, brother. Not
Good.
too bad. Busy,
Yeah, have,
busy. We're always busy. You're busy, which is always what we want from boxers. So it's good to see you. And we're just catching up before out the weekend.
Yep, out a couple of days ago now, Saturday. Dean White promotion at Tolworth, London. 8-3s. Bill, actually, in the end. And he picked up a nice win. Yeah, very happy with that. The kid I boxed had a winning record. He came to fight. So, yeah, I was happy. Good result.
It's a bit of a 50-50, was it? A bit of a 50-50, was it?
Yeah,
Or were you the favourite?
on paper it was, yeah. And I suppose it was, yeah.
Good. That's what we want. That's what we want in boxing, isn't it? 50-50s. We don't want pushovers and walkovers. That's not the point. So, but anyway, let's go back to the beginning, like I've done with all the other podcasts and all the other people on the podcasts. How and why did you get involved in boxing?
Well, I started actually amateur boxing age 12. It was just, I think it's in me because I come from a boxing family. My dad boxed, his brother was a pro, my granddad boxed, but it was never something I was forced into. It was just literally picking up a boxing news that was my dad's off the side, having a look through, read of it, and wanting to have a go myself. And after a while of nagging him to take me to a boxing gym, he took me to Eltham ABCs where I started, and since then been hooked on it from the age of 12. So, yeah.
So you did the more traditional route in amateurs,
Yep.
professional, yeah.
Yep.
How do you get on in the amateurs? I didn't really find an awful lot on the research. Let's be honest. I couldn't find your old records, and
Yeah, it's not one that's like some of them you get on BoxRec now and stuff like that. I had 67 amateur fights.
wow, still a good number.
Yeah, boxed a lot. Done junior ABAs, schoolboys, senior ABAs. Boxed some good kids, have some good wins. Never made it to any major tournaments or anything like that, which, you know, only the top lads went to that. But yeah, I mixed. It was a good learning curve for me, and I loved the amateurs. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, won and lost to some good kids in the amateurs.
Anyone we would know back in the day?
Not like big, like household names or anything like that. I mean, some of the kids I boxed won national titles and then never went pro and never went on to do anything for some reason. But yeah,
It happens, and you know they've got to find their own path, haven't they? At the end of the day, if boxing isn't for them, you know, but they've got as far as they feel they can do, and that's fine. Everyone's different in that capacity as well. So, how long you've been a pro now? You turned over pro in quite a while ago, wasn't it? Nearly a decade ago.
about a decade ago. Yeah, I've been around a while.
Do you remember your debut?
Yeah, I remember my debut. It didn't start well for me. I had a points loss on my debut, believe it or not. Boxed at a weight that was too heavy for me. Thought I'd done enough to get something out of the fight, but realistically, the kid was a journeyman, but coming off a big KO win against James Tennyson, who went on to be British and I think European champion. And yeah, he just outproed me really. Even though I thought I could have got something out of the fight, I didn't. So it started very badly for me, the pros.
You started.
The only way was up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You started off and you say that, and understandably, it's been something that's helped you push you forward, and that's you've taken a negative, turned it into a positive, and you know, still a decade still on. You're still boxing, and you're still working. You're still grafting, as we said at the beginning of the show. Was it more the fact that obviously the style change? And I know I've asked other amateurs this. Did you see the change? As you said, he outproed you. Uh, did you see the change that when you stepped in the ring? It was your call, your debut, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So when you stepped into your call, was it a big difference from the amateurs?
100%, 100%, yeah. Um, so I turned like now. I believe there's two amateur associations, Alliance and England Boxing or something. But when I was doing it, it was one, and it was very sort of get in, get out, score your point, get out, and I just started getting good at that and scored some good wins as a senior over some good lads. And then turning pro, you know, you need to sit down on your punches more, um, put a bit more force behind it, and not be so boom boom and run away.
Mm. Mm.
Um, so yeah, it was a definite, it was a big change. But
Big learning curve.
like
Big
I had
learning
a
curve.
decade in the amateurs, so it was changing a style I'd been working on for a decade to
So how old were you when you turned pro?
23.
23. See, that's still very young, isn't it? Really, you can. I don't know if it was back then. What was that 10 years ago? No, I don't think it was. But you can now box until you're 40 in the amateurs. Obviously,
Mm,
I think that's
yeah,
changed probably within when you know since you turned over. So, but then that obviously spurred you on the loss, as you say, point
yeah,
loss. Onto the next one, which was Graham Fern, wasn't it?
yeah. Got the win there. Was delighted with it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He was a much bigger guy than me. He weighed, I think he weighed about half a stone more than me, but it was already at a weight that I shouldn't have been fighting at. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was a tough journeyman. And yeah, he came to win because as far as he was concerned, he was fighting a kid who's had one lost one. So it was a
He
great
thought,
chance for him to try and nick a
yeah.
win. Yeah, luckily I beat him. So
You say that just going back a little bit about the weight, Martin. Are you sitting at a natural kind of boxing weight now? What is that? About 120, 130? What?
well, the weight I've been doing most recently is bantamweight, which is
Okay.
118.
Okay, and
Um,
that seems more natural for you?
it's a better weight for me. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Bantam, super bantam, my two better weights. I've boxed a lot higher in the past where I was just fighting at whatever I was walking around at. I
Okay.
thought I was eating a healthy diet. I was
Yeah.
trying to eat a healthy diet and
Mm-hmm.
just training and all of that stuff. But now I'm working with a nutritionist, Dan Woodgate, from Waste Point, and he's taught me so much.
They've done very
And
well.
yeah, I've gone down in weight and I'm training just as good. I'm feeling good. And obviously, I feel like now I'm doing what, the top guys are doing,
Mm.
actually making a weight and doing it properly than just sort of winging it on my own and fighting these bigger guys.
That's good. I
Mm.
mean, that's good because I know Dan quite well, and yeah, he's more about this and making sure that boxers are more natural, more their
Mhm.
normal kind of weight. And like you said there, you feel more comfortable at that weight. If you feel more comfortable, then you're going to box better. Yes.
Exactly that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, especially on a fight where it's a day before weigh-in,
Hmm.
I was like getting in with these guys, and they just seem so much bigger by the next day because boxers are putting on half a stone, some of them overnight, like with rehydrating and refueling the correct way.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm getting in the ring maybe a pound heavier than what I was at the weigh-in because I was natural at it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a lesson learned. Early in my career, I was just fighting too heavy, and I didn't know.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You had a number of wins then, and one or two losses in there. One loss or two losses was it before you started going for well, you fought for the championship, didn't you? The Southern Area
Yeah,
featherweight.
yeah, yeah. That was
And
great. That was on Box Nation when that was on TV
see,
on a
you've been
Frank
around a long
Warren.
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's back now. It's had a revival, so it's fine.
Yeah, it went away and it's come back on some form now. But this was when its first go round, and I boxed a kid who was 10-0, I believe, at the time, Ben Jones Jr. And I don't know how he ever made the weight because I think he was 6'1", something like that.
He's a tall
Just
lad, yeah.
a giant, yeah. And he beat me by a wide points decision, but. Yeah, I think I done well to go the distance there, to be honest with you, because the mean body puncher and just the size difference was ridiculous on the night. I actually spoke to his coach and said he weighed in 9 stone 4 or something the day before. When he got
Yeah.
in the ring, he weighed 10 stone 4.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're like, "Well, what
Wow.
did you weigh on the day?" I was like, 9'2", the same as I weighed the day before.
Well, I mean, there you go. They talk about, talking about how weight distribution is, and how it works, I suppose, in that capacity. But as you say, wide split decision loss on that for you. Didn't walk
hmm
away. That was a super featherweight. Sorry, not the featherweight, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was super feather, but a great experience to be on a big promotion and TV, and yeah, it taught me some stuff.
Is there
Yeah, I
anything
come
you
out of
did?
that one with a lot of credit. So even though I lost,
Yeah.
like I didn't completely lose. But yeah,
No, no. Well, like you said, to go 10 rounds against someone with that weight difference, that height difference. I mean, he's a very
yeah,
rangy kind of guy, and that to go the distance with him, yeah, speaks volumes of the quality of the bout. I saw a little highlight of it. I had a little quick flick through some videos and stuff to try and catch up. It is on YouTube, so if you want to
yeah,
go look at it, you probably don't want to. Others might want, listeners might want to go and have a look at it. And it's a, yeah, you're a tough lad in that capacity. Like I said, you're showing your true caliber here in the fact that you've been boxing for as long as you have, and that in itself speaks volumes. You then challenged for the featherweight a little bit 6 or 7 months afterwards, wasn't it?
yeah,
Against Jamie Splay.
yeah. Yeah, that was down one weight. Still a weight too high for me, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a weight down. Yeah, and I got stopped on a cut eye on that fight
Right
in
in
the
the last round,
tenth
wasn't it?
round.
Yeah.
Competitive fight. He was ahead, but I was
Mm.
in the fight. I had my moments in it. I had both swelling and a bad cut on the eye, and it was really
Yeah, yeah.
frustrating because the referee looked at it and waved it off. I think it was 30 seconds from the fight finishing,
Not far.
and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, my eye was too bad to carry on, so I think it went down as a TKO loss, but yeah, it was due to injury, not because I was being pounded on the
No.
ropes or knocked out or anything. But yeah,
Was it a clash of heads or was it a
we had a
rogue pull of
clash of
tape?
heads in the second round, but he did punch me a lot as well. So I'm not trying to blame that.
Yeah, yeah,
Probably a
yeah, yeah. All right,
combination of
Mark. Yeah, yeah.
both. Yeah, he definitely
So
punched me a lot as well.
that was the southern. That was the southern, and you challenged again. What about a year later then for the bantamweight?
So, right, I travelled to Bristol
Or did you
as
want
an
to go
away
before
guy
between
for the
there?
super bantamweight version.
Mm-hmm.
As the away
Sorry,
guy,
super
I
bantamweight. Yeah,
lost
you
by
are right.
1 point. And I know, and anyone there strongly feels I won the fight, but was in the away corner. Unfortunately, lost it by a point. Yeah,
Well, but again, yeah, like you
don't
said,
really know what to say.
I don't know what to say about that one. It's in the history books. Let's just leave it there, shall we?
Yeah, it's there. I can't change it. Tried very hard to get the return. Offered him good money
Yeah.
to come to Kent on a return. Could never get him. So yeah, very frustrating, that one.
But that's okay. That didn't really set you back, though, did it? Really, it kept you going. It kept going. You did put on a. You did come back and you boxed then Russ Midgley and Stephen Maguire
Yeah,
after those.
yeah. I managed to put, I think, about 6 wins together after that fight.
You got impressive. You got some well known people in there as well, like Jake Pollard. Um, Ricky Leach is another one in there as well. You put a good number of wins together
Yeah,
before challenging again for the Southern area, Southern Fly.
down at Superfly. Yes.
Yeah. And is
Um,
this a more natural way for you then down there, or is that too far down?
Superfly killed me. It was just that bit too far.
Okay.
Um, I think bantam or super bantam is my weight, 8'6", 8'10". One of those two, between them weights.
Yeah.
Superfly was 8'3" or like 52 kilos. So it really hurt me making that weight. And yeah, I just had nothing. Yeah. So
That's
lesson
was that
learned.
the
I
one?
took the risk, tried it, went as the away guy again, and yeah, it didn't pay off, unfortunately.
I think that was the one I announced. Was that the one I announced?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
There you go. See, now I know where I am. So that's
Yeah.
good. And then, as you say, we had a little bit of a change of direction, should we say?
Hmm.
A little bit of time out, and then we were off to sunnier climes, off to Ghana.
Yeah. I got
An
a
opportunity came up that you couldn't say no, I'm guessing.
yeah, amazing. I mean, I never thought I'd even go to Ghana in my life, but it's a big boxing country. They love their boxing there, and it was a fight in a open air stadium.
Hmm.
Um, I think 7,000 is the what can fit in
Wow.
it. It's a big arena.
Yeah.
Um, if anyone looks on my socials, I'll put a video of the walkout and stuff of that. And best venue I've boxed in by
Yeah.
far. Red hot heat, scorching, hard conditions.
Yeah.
But yeah, managed to get the win over 10 rounds on points out there. So amazing experience. Very glad I've done it.
So how did you? Forgive me. Is there one thing then that you took for your training that was different because you knew the circumstances were going to be vastly different than a leisure centre, the York Hall here in the UK, where it's moderately climatized. All right, the lights are on, but it's not that hot. That was
Yeah.
hot. So was there one thing you did differently in your training that helped you out with that one?
The only thing I tried to do was get used to training hot.
Mm.
So I'd be in the boxing gym, the heaters would be on. I'd be in layers, trying to like sort of acclimatise that way.
Yeah.
It was all I could really do as such. But yeah, that's all I tried to do.
Yeah.
To
I bet they
I
loved
was
the
only
electric
there
bill
2 days
afterwards.
before the fight, so there was no acclimatisation properly, if you know what I
Right.
mean.
Yeah. So you flew
But
out, did the fight, and then what? Flew back,
uh,
or was it a
so
couple more
we was
days?
out there 6 nights in
Right.
total. I got there one day, had the weigh-in the next day, then the
Mm.
fight so a fight 2 days after getting there, and then had a couple of days after the fight,
So yeah.
which was great because then it was not a holiday, but almost.
No, but it's a chance to see Ghana and take in some of the sights and meet some of the culture and some of the nature and the see how it all fits together. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was amazing because we went round like actual Ghana. It was just me and my dad went. Like no team went.
Hmm.
They would only pay for 2 flights and stuff. So, which my dad's a licensed cornerman anyway over here.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, we went round Jamestown and Accra and saw a lot out there, and yeah, it was an amazing experience.
That's great because we had I had Josh on last week, Josh Quatty, great guy. He's gone and basically the same sort of thing as yourself, ABA, but national at that level. He went to the Commonwealth and he came back. He was challenging. He's ranked second now in the middleweight division in Ghana. So again, we know they like their boxing.
Yeah,
So they produce some good boxers as well. So you obviously up against a tough home opponent then in that capacity as well. Because I was looking at the scorecards, they're quite close. It's 96, 96, 96. Sorry, 94, 96, 94, and then 98, 94. So close on those those two. The other one obviously a little bit further apart. And that was for the
there was a couple of belts
Universal.
on the line as well out
Yeah,
there.
a couple of different belts there. Universal Boxing Organization.
Yeah, their intercontinental belt, the
Yeah.
UBO intercontinental belt, and PST belt, which is a minor sort of regional Africa belt, but who anyone can box for. But
Oh,
I was told by the president of that organisation,
yeah.
I'm the first English white man to ever fight or win it. So a little bit of history there as well.
Making history of Martin Hillman.
Yeah, so
We should rename the Martin. We should the history maker, Martin Hillman. It's HM is all matching. It's all good. And then we're pretty much up to date. But so it's a great experience. I imagine. Obviously, you're going, and then you're back here in the UK boxing in Tolworth. Last week or the other week in Black Flash. Was it Black? No, Black Box.
Black Box Global, yeah. So
Dean White.
Dean White, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've boxed on his show before. I boxed a 10-rounder on his show before against Julius Kisarari.
Okay.
He was a tough guy. He had a
Yeah.
I think he was 34-8, his record at the time. That was a really good fight. And then
Dean White
went
has
back on
produced
Dean's
some really
show.
good shows, and yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, went back on his show and got another good win for my career, I feel. And I'm hoping to go towards some sort of title next now after those two wins.
Yeah, well, I was saying Dean White has produced some great shows, some good fights, and he's got that young lad as well, the WBC youth champion as well, in his stable as well.
Alfie Clegg. Yeah,
that's the one, Clegg. I knew Alfie, but I can see him. Following him on Instagram and stuff as well. So he's got some great people in that stable as well. But like you said, no. So the next point you want to get to is down the road belts. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking? Tell us all. Let's hear the dream. Let's hear the plan.
I'm sitting down with my manager this week to discuss things.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I don't mind what belt or what title it is. I'm happy to go for it,
Opportunity knocks, mate, isn't it? An opportunity knocks, you're going to take it, yes?
Yeah, exactly. I went to Ghana this year to win some championship gold, So I'm up for a challenge. I'm up for taking a shot at something. Whether we go for something vacant maybe or whether we challenge someone, I don't know. But we're going to have a sit down this week and sort out when that'll be. Might be very early next year. I think that's most likely very early next year.
Out of curiosity, who are you signed with at the moment?
Joel Feed.
Okay.
Kent-based manager. We used to do a lot of Kent promotions, but unfortunately, the Kent shows are stopped at the moment. But
never say never. Never say never in this industry. Things come and go. People come and go, and shows pop up, and never say never in this game. I've certainly learned that myself. I certainly think things aren't going to happen, but then things do happen, and I hope they happen. So anything that you'd like though? Is there a Martin Hillman tick list, and I'd say is this belt, and maybe this one. What's the dream?
Well, I've failed a few times at the Southern Area level. It would be great to button that up and actually win one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, but
they look a lot better nowadays. They look a lot better than they did probably 10 years ago anyway.
Yeah, they do.
They've changed the design and they're awesome. I love them.
Yeah, the new Southern Area belts look gorgeous.
Gorgeous, isn't they?
You know, my uncle won one in the 1970s as well, so that would be a bit special if I could win that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, there's a lot of opportunities. Like, you've got the English title, you've got, like, IBO, IBF international belts, you've got the Commonwealth and the Commonwealth silver titles.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I'm eligible for is the Celtic title because I'm half Irish and I have an Irish passport. So that could we could maybe work a shot into one of them. So
I like that idea.
There's options out there. I'm excited, but yeah, I want to try and go for something next, whatever it is.
I'm sure there isn't a Irish-based promotion that might be interested in that one.
Yeah,
certainly there's some people in Wales that would be interested in having that as well.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's plenty in Scotland that would be interested in having that one as well. So
maybe I've just thrown my name out there to the Celtic nations that
absolutely
have
put
gloves
it in the mix.
Will travel, you know.
I like it. Okay, but is there? I'm going to push you again. Is there one that you would think? Okay, Southern Area, yes. Anything else? Is there like I'm happy if I get to that level? I'll be happy if I do that. Even as a challenger.
Even as like a Commonwealth title would be.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? A shot like that. That's 72 countries, isn't it? I think that's a big belt. It's a very traditional belt. You know,
an underrated belt as well. I think capacity. Some people overlook it slightly.
Yeah,
the fact that,
yeah.
It's a Commonwealth. Well, you can't challenge if you're American. So
no,
you automatically.
There's plenty of boxing. Like Ghana's a Commonwealth country. I've seen boxing out there. I've been in the gyms out there. They're very passionate and they're strong, tough people as well. Let me tell you. The best looking belt in boxing is the British belt, though, for me. The Lonsdale belt. But
you're not on your own with that one. Everyone else says the same as that.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I'll go for anything I can get. I'll grab anything I can.
Good man. Okay. After the gloves, though, when we hang the gloves up and we say enough's enough, I'm done. What's Martin Hillman going to do? Has he even thought about what that's going to look like?
Yeah, I have. People say, "Oh, will you be a coach? Will you be a trainer?" Like, no, I'm not interested in that. If I'm in a gym, I want to be training myself, not coaching people. I'm interested in going down the referee route. That would appeal to me, but also maybe management or matchmaking, stuff like that, which I've dabbled in the amateurs, the matchmaking. So, yeah, I'll stay in boxing and do something in boxing, but maybe that's why I'm still boxing myself, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah.
But no, there's. I mean, I've said this on a few different podcasts with different people. It's in the blood, and when it's in your blood, you can't sort of forget about it too much. It still, and it drags you back. Even if you try and go, it still brings you back. You see that with all the boxers that we household names, as you mentioned, some of the ones earlier. They still always come back to the sport. They're always somehow involved, and also a show is a meet for us. It's kind of like our meetings. It's a chance to meet up and network and chat to friends and colleagues, people you box perhaps in the past. You see them at shows, and it's always that camaraderie within boxing, regardless of whether you the hatred thing is there for selling the stories and selling the shows.
Yeah.
After that, it's always, it's good the people bury the hatchet and kind of, move on, let's go. We're going to carry on. And that there are a few exceptions, obviously, but in majority of cases, that's what. And it's good that you still want to be involved in that capacity as well. So I think you make a good matchmaker.
Yeah, thank you.
Plenty of good matchmakers out there as well, but I think you make a very good one. So there we go. But I think that kind of brings us naturally to the end then of the podcast, unfortunately. But before you disappear and run away, we do a very quick fire round, for lack of a better name for it. I can't think of a name of it. I just need a new name for it, really. But I'll ask you the same questions that I've asked everyone else on the podcast, and you give me your response, whatever that is. Sound fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Southpaw or Orthodox?
Orthodox, because I'm one.
Body shots or headshots?
What, giving or receiving? I don't think you can beat a good body shot, so body shots.
Train alone or with a partner?
Alone.
Early bird, night owl?
Early bird.
Heavy bag or speed bag?
Heavy bag.
Underdog or favourite?
Underdog.
Boxing gym or training outdoors?
Boxing gym.
Short and powerful punches, long and technical?
Long and technical, because I'm not a banger.
Fight dirty or fight clean?
Fight clean. But
loud crowd, quiet atmosphere?
Loud.
Quick knockout or strategic win?
Quick knockout, although I don't get many, but I would like to.
Hypothetically, AJ or Fury?
Fury.
Martin, how do people get in contact with you? How do they follow you? Where can they follow you? I'm
on Instagram, is MHboxing, so M for Martin, H boxing, just that's what it is. I'm on X at Martin Hillman. I'm on Facebook, Martin Hillman. So yeah, feel free to add me, follow me. I appreciate all support and followers.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Martin. We wish you every success, and I wish you every success in getting those belts that you're chasing. And I look forward to being able to announce you into the ring again soon, I hope. I hope. Mate, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Martin Hillman.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening to the Big Hype Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and really, I just want to ask you personally, if you could just send this on to a friend. Send it in their text, to their socials, to WhatsApp, whatever. However you get it to them, just get it to them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and I certainly will appreciate it. So thanks again for listening to the Big Hype Podcast, and thank you again for sending and sharing.